Instant match reaction, Everton 0, Leeds United 1 at Goodison Park. Can't say I'm surprised, to be perfectly honest with you. We knew going into this game that it was going to be a game of two sides that are quite poor defensively and, decent going forward, and Leeds just absolutely threw everything at us all game, and we couldn't put up with it. We absolutely couldn't put up with it. I think Carlo got it wrong today, in my opinion. I think team selection wise, why Niles Nkunku isn't in that team is absolutely beyond me. I hope for Carlo's sake that Nkunku either isn't fit or something's happened prior to the game, because there's no justification in not playing him there. We had no fifth fullbacks today. I know Obi played well last week there, and you could have made the case for putting him in there, but again, Iwobi was on the right hand side last week, left hand side started this week, and he just can't do it on the left hand side for me. I thought Tom Davies had a decent game, but there was no energy in the fullbacks. When you play a formation with five at the back, and you're having your left and right back as wing backs, you really need energy, you really need pace, you need that attacking prowess, and Iwobi just couldn't do it today. And Tom Davies hasn't got much attacking prowess. He's a good player and he done well, but he hasn't got much attacking prowess. And we just lacked everything, really, didn't we? We had chances as well, which is the most frustrating thing. We had the ball in the back of the net twice in the first half. James Rodriguez does absolutely fantastically, and it's just offside. And Richarlison has the ball in the back of the net, but unfortunately it's ruled out because Ben Godfrey's standing on the line and ends up blocking the keeper's view. And, there was other opportunities in the game as well. Richarlison had a couple. James Rodriguez had one where the goalkeeper gifted him a chance and he tried to chip it over him and he just didn't get enough power on it. Something that really, really infuriated me today and is frustrating me week in, week out with Everton is we don't seem to want to have shots outside the box. We don't seem to want to get the ball from 20 yards and think, you know what, I'm just going to blast this here and see where it goes. Alan done it on one occasion and okay, fair enough, it went wide, but Alan was our best player for me. Absolutely, yards, our best player. Brilliant today, absolutely brilliant. Jordan Pickford done well as well. Everybody else was just mediocre or poor. Defensively, we knew we were going to struggle coming into this game, but we were absolutely atrocious defensively. We just had everything thrown at us. They had opportunity after opportunity after opportunity. They hit the post. Patrick Bamford put one in the back of the net, which was ruled offside, which was offside to be fair. They missed about 3 clear chances as well. We just didn't have any shape whatsoever. Mason Holgate come in, and look, I called for Mason Holgate to come back into this team, but it's very clear that he's still not fit. He still isn't ready. He still isn't good enough to step in there. And whether that's a fitness issue, coming back off his injury, I don't know, but he just wasn't good enough again today. And like I said, you look at the game, sort of after it, and you think Alan and Jordan Pickford are the only 2 players that you probably think had a decent game for Everton there. I know some people criticise Jordan Pickford for the goal. I don't think it is. I think it's Ben Godfrey again, personally. I don't want to go too far into the lad. I know he's only young. I know he's only just come into the football club, but that's 2 goals Everton have conceded where Ben Godfrey has stepped off his man and practically allowed his man to weigh up the chance. Just go at him if he's hesitating. Fling your body in the way. At least throw yourself in the way. It's either going to come off you, or if it goes in, you can say, well, at least he threw himself in the way. Don't stand 5 yards off and let him pick the place where he's going to put the ball. Get at him. Stop standing off players. It's so infuriating. It really, really is so infuriating. And again, it was very, very end-to-end, and how it ended 1-0 is beyond me. There was 3 disallowed goals in the game, but ultimately Everton, again, just weren't good enough. Carlo Ancelotti, for me, made far too many changes to the team in the game. Changing the fullbacks around constantly. Brought Bernard on at the end. Andre Gomez comes on and gets the captain's armband. Don't know what that's about whatsoever. Abdoulaye Doucouré, I thought, had a shocker today. I'll say it. Abdoulaye Doucouré's been very, very good since he came into Everton Football Club. He was brilliant last week against Fulham. I don't care. He was shocking today. He was dreadful. Like I said, Alan, the only player in that midfield who, again, picked the ball up and actually drove forward. If you're going to take one positive out of this game, is it was the first real time we saw Alan and Evertonshire picking the ball up and driving forward and getting himself to the edge of the box. James Rodriguez was in the game in spells, as was Richarlison, but ultimately spells aren't enough. Didn't do enough. We didn't create enough to win the game of football. And it seems like that Everton will be alright and will win the games of football against the sides that aren't very good or haven't got much, going for them, going forward, or really, really poor defensively. But whenever you put a side in front of us that are semi-decent and can hold their own and a very, very high press, we just crumble. We fall to bits. We can't put up with that pressure. We can't put up with those teams that just get at us and press us so high up the pitch. The amount of times Leeds left miles and miles of space in their own half, in the second half, it was ridiculous how we didn't make the most of it. There was about 4 opportunities where, whether it be Calvert-Lewin or Richarlison or whoever it was, had the ball in Leeds' half, and they were practically the only player in the half, and we still didn't make enough of it whatsoever. Calvert-Lewin puts one wide, Richarlison has a couple of chances, one where he just completely runs it to the byline. He should do better. It's just not good enough. It wasn't good enough again today. And like I said, I have this inner feeling that whenever a semi-decent side comes to Goodison Park who actually wants to run at us, or we go there, whatever, we lose the game because we just can't put up with that high press. And, we knew going into this game that defence was going to be a big, big issue. And defensively, again, we were going to need to focus on that. But today, play 5 at the back, no natural fullback in there. Tom Davies, like I said, I thought Tom done okay, to be honest. Alex Iwobi on the left-hand side was poor. Switched to the right-hand side. Didn't do anything really, did he? But if you're going to play a formation with 2 wing-backs, you need 2 natural wing-backs or 2 players with pace and with energy who are going to get forward and going to create chances. And okay, Iwobi did that last week, but he just didn't do it today. And the really, really infuriating thing for me is, like I said, why Niles Nkunku isn't being picked in this Everton side. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say he'd have absolutely had a brilliant game today and he'd have been able to cope with Leeds' attacking threat and he'd have been fantastic, because we don't know that. He's still very, very young, and in a regular circumstance, I'd understand someone saying, Carlo mightn't want to throw him in because he's still very young and we haven't seen an awful lot of him. Niles Nkunku is our only fit, natural fullback. If he's fit, if he's not fit, then the conversation's void, really, isn't it? Because Carlo can just say, he's not fit, he's injured, he couldn't play. Sound, he wasn't in the squad today. If Niles Nkunku is fit and he wasn't even included in that squad, that's criminal for me by Ancelotti, and he has to be held accountable for that. I'm not going to jump on any ridiculous bandwagons about, all some of the stuff I've seen on social media tonight, but that is criminal from Ancelotti if Niles Nkunku is fit and hasn't been included. I don't care how young he is, I don't care how raw he is, I don't care how inexperienced he is. He's our only natural fullback that is fit at the moment, if he's fit. And he should absolutely be in that side, as well as the fact that he's shown so far in his Everton career that he can create and he can get down that left-hand side and put balls into the box. Anthony Gordon again. Where's Anthony Gordon? You looked at that team today and you thought, right, okay, we've got Iwobi and Davis at full-back. We've got Alan, James and the core midfield, Richarlison and Calvert-Lewin up front. If it works, sound. If it doesn't work, you look at the bench, and I nearly fell over when I read the team news, because I thought there's just nobody on that bench who you are confident in coming on and changing this game. Imagine we had an Anthony Gordon on that bench today to just come on in the final 20 minutes and add that little bit of flair, add that little bit of pace, run at Leeds. Anthony Gordon would have had a field day today against that Leeds side with how much space they left open in their own half when they were getting forward. But we bring Gomez on, who slows okay, he had a little bit of a go, but he just slows the game down. Bernard on, who again, another Bernard performance where he's coming on and not doing anything whatsoever. It was just, again, I really don't know. I don't know. I can only say Alan and Jordan Pickford had decent game. I think Alan was man of the match for me in an Everton shirt. Jordan Pickford done okay. Everybody else, it's not enough. It's not enough, and it does seem like any semi-decent side comes to play against Everton and they'll get a result. Because we can't we can't deal with the pressure, we can't deal with the high press, and we can't deal with teams that have got any bit of quality, because defensively we are just utterly atrocious. And it's another uninspiring performance and defeat today. And last week wasn't brilliant, but we got the win, so you think, right, okay, we've got the win, maybe that was what we needed to get over that bad run of form. But the 3 games prior were the same as today. Uninspiring, no energy, very little effort, didn't really look interested, and just outplayed by a better side. Now, that's all right if you're playing a City or a team that, are up there, but no disrespect to Leeds, we were playing a side that we should have at least been able to keep up with today. But they were all over us all game. Yet we had the ball in the back of the net and we created chances and it could have gone another way. And I'm not saying they dominated the game. I think Jamie Carragher's commentary was utterly embarrassing. He's embarrassed himself royally there in that first half, saying, Leeds could be 6 or 7-0 up. We had 2 goals disallowed, you absolute idiot. But we didn't deserve anything out of that game today. We didn't deserve anything, and it's worrying. It really, really is worrying, because we might go and beat Burnley next week. Burnley got absolutely tonked by Manchester City earlier today. We might go and beat Burnley next week, but what happens when we come up against these sides in December, where we're playing Chelsea, Chelsea, City, United, Leicester, Arsenal? What happens when we come up against those sides with a little bit of quality in them? Do we just fold and fall to bits again? I don't know. I don't know, because we started so well, and ever since the Merseyside derby, even including the win against Fulham, we've been poor, let's be honest. We've been very, very poor. And today was another example of that. So there you go. That's my instant match reaction. If you have enjoyed it, leave a like if you want. It was shite, wasn't it? Let's be honest. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Play ratings will be coming up. Carl's instant match reaction will be coming up as well. But yeah, let me know your thoughts, and we'll see you soon.